My name is Korbin daSilva. I'm a Master's of Science candidate under Professor Renee Sieber in the Department of Geography. In my research, I'm looking at improving the public participation process in urban design, planning, and architecture through the utilization of better visualization tools and digital web-based communication technology. My research stems from the changing role of the urban design and planning professions. As times change, there's an increasing need for them to include tools and methodologies in their work to improve the public participation process and help empower citizens to be more involved in the design and decision-making process. Furthermore, in my research, anytime we work with the term public participation, I believe it's very important we define participation by both its goals and its context. Only by doing this and understanding what we hope to exactly achieve in public participation can we begin to measure levels of success. Finally, in my research, it's important to understand that design and planning professionals interpret different modes of visualization far differently than the average citizen. Plans, sections, and renderings are all interpreted intuitively to those who are used to working with them. However, the average citizen will have a much harder time placing these images in a real-world context. However, current research does show that the average citizen interprets 3D and dynamic modes of visualizations far more intuitively than these more traditional modes of visualization. In order to implement these principles, in my most recent work, I created something called the Community Design Tool. The Community Design Tool was an interactive 3D modeling tool for citizens to control and create their own meaningful urban design projects. To build the Community Design Tool, I looked to the architect Christopher Alexander and his methodology for participatory urban design and planning. He has a step-by-step process which, when followed, allows citizens to feel like they are in control and have created something meaningful without giving them the burden of sitting them down and having them do the entire design from scratch. Essentially, I took this process and digitized it into the free modeling software Google SketchUp, which has an open and easy-to-use application programming interface. This is essentially a toolkit which allowed me to write programming on top of Google SketchUp that created a separate window which they can follow step by step, and with a few simple clicks, follow Christopher Alexander's vision and create their own meaningful urban design. Applications such as Google SketchUp open software, like 3D modeling software, to the average citizen, which was once more proprietary and really just for the professional. As technologies like this become more and more available and easy to use and become more empowered by web-based services, I believe researchers such as myself will be able to then take these tools and to take it upon ourselves to build context-specific applications which allow for the average citizen to engage in what would otherwise be complicated or somewhat confusing processes, and even use somewhat difficult tools to be more deeply involved in the urban design, architecture, and planning processes.